You know, we could all use some encouragement. And I've got some good news for you. Welcome to 5 Minutes with Mark. Well, greetings, friends, and welcome back to 5 Minutes with Mark. We're picking up the story, Gospel of Mark, chapter 14, starting at verse 27. Then Jesus said to them all of you will be made to stumble because of me this night, for it is written, I will strike the shepherd, and the sheep will be scattered. But after I have been raised, I will go before you to Galilee. And Peter said to him, even if all are made to stumble, yet I will not be. And Jesus said to him, assuredly I say to you that today, even this night, before the rooster crows twice, you will deny me 3 times. But he spoke more vehemently, if I have to die with you, I will not deny you. And they all said likewise. Wow. As you remember, they've left the upper room, they sang a hymn, they go up to the Mount of Olives. The Mount of Olives is the mount that sits across from the temple, across the valley. The brook of Kidron runs through it. And as they're heading up, Jesus says, guys, all of you are going to stumble tonight. Something is going to happen, and you're all going to stumble because it's written, I'll strike the shepherd and the sheep will be scattered. But after I'm raised, and again, he's not hiding what's going to happen. He's not hiding what's happening to these guys. They're just not tuning into it because they were not hearing what they wanted to hear. And Peter certainly didn't want to hear, you are going to deny me 3 times before the evening's over, Peter, before the rooster crows twice, before the sun is fully risen tomorrow morning, you will have denied me 3 times. And Peter says, no way. I'll die for you. I'll die with you. Whatever it takes. These other guys, they may fail, but I'm not going to fail. Again, I think it's really interesting. This is Peter's story. And in the Gospel of Mark, one of the things that we see about Peter is that he's very much downplayed. And when he is talking, when we hear Peter's voice in the Gospel of Mark, it's usually in a negative way. Here's Peter being boastful. Here's Peter allowing his ego and his heart. I mean, he didn't want to deny Jesus. He really thought he was strong enough to handle whatever was going to come. He did not believe that he was going to fail that badly. As they were walking up the mountain, he had no idea that the next day he was going to be in hiding, fearing for his life, and knowing that Jesus was being crucified. He didn't know. He didn't think it could happen. He had more faith in himself. And yet Jesus is saying, Pete, buddy, you're going to fail. You're going to fail miserably, by the way. All of you are going to fail miserably. We don't like to fail. And we don't like to think of ourselves as people with the potential to fail. We like to think of ourselves in our internal self-image. We think of ourselves as strong, powerful, and willing to do whatever. We certainly don't think of ourselves as people who would deny Jesus when confronted, as Peter's going to be. Aren't you one of his followers? And yet we do it, don't we? In subtle ways sometimes blatantly. Yeah, I used to go to church. Or I go to church, but yeah, you know. We do it when we treat others as the world would have us treat them, marginalized and looking down on them, rather than loving the way Jesus loved us. Jesus is not scolding his guys. He's just telling them the truth about themselves. And I think one of the most important things that we have to be willing to do as followers of Jesus, we have to be honest with ourselves. We have to take the time to make a deep, honest self-reflection to see ourselves truthfully as the broken, imperfect, and absolutely potential failures that we actually are. It's not until we get to that point that we can fully grasp or begin to fully grasp the magnitude of God's grace and his mercy, and to receive the love that he's given to us. Because it's for these 11 losers that Jesus is going to suffer and die. You're all going to fail. You're all going to be scattered. You're all going to stumble tonight. Tonight, you're going to stumble. P.S. Sometime today, before tomorrow, you're probably going to stumble. But it's okay, because God loves you anyway. He loves us in spite of our brokenness. He loves us just where we are. And he loved us too much to leave us without hope of reconnection with him. That's the new covenant that Jesus is going to establish for us. So when you stumble, you're in very good company. Don't live in it, but don't live in the failure. There's redemption, there's resurrection, and it's right around the corner. See you next time. Hey friends, I sure hope you're enjoying this casual stroll through the Gospel of Mark. And if you'd like to know more about me and what I'm doing, check out my website, theeclecticmonk.com. There you'll find all kind of other stuff that I've been doing. And I really hope that you'll share this Bible study with the people around you. Till next time, God bless you.